Hey there, Omaha. Welcome into another episode of Restaurant Hoppen. I'm your host, Dan Hoppen, and I owe a major debt of gratitude to my guests today because for all the great various cuisines that Omaha has, it was previously missing one that is very special, and that's Puerto Rican food. But that hole has been filled now by Elie's Chinchorro, and here to talk about it today, I have owner Elie Burkhall and her daughter Miny. Guys, welcome to the show.
Thank you for the invitation.
Yes, it's my pleasure. I cannot wait to dive into this food because you have made me a Mofongo junkie. I'd never had it before coming into your restaurant, and now it's like, just take those plantains, dump them in that broth, and I'm like happy for the rest of my life. But we'll get there. First, for anyone who's watching or listening to this and they haven't had Puerto Rican food before, how would you describe the cuisine to someone who wants to experience it for the first time?
It's traditional Puerto Rican food. Is a mix of flavors, different flavors that people asking too much about. You have something spicy because I don't like spicy. I don't eat spicy. Oh no, Puerto Rican people don't cook with any spicy. You want to spicy in your food, we can give it to you as sauce, but we don't cook with spicy.
So tasty. Yeah, a lot of seasoning. It's pretty good. Yeah.
I found a quote from you in a previous interview that you did, Elie, where you said part of your goal with Elie's Chinchorro is to take customers to Puerto Rico for a couple hours, both with the food and just the environment in the restaurant. How do you do that?
I love the people when the people smile when they take for first time they try. The first thing is I impress for Omaha people because Omaha people impress me because they love to try something new, and for me it's impressed because I'm picky with the food, and the people no we were looking for every weekend some new restaurant or something, and I'm impressed. My goal is the same way you say right now is they feel they are in Puerto Rico. They feel they are eating something traditional from Puerto Rico. I think we go in this road.
When you first go in, you first see like the walls or the way that the restaurant is set up, different colors or whatever. So in Puerto Rico, especially after the hurricane, when it was really bad, a lot of people started painting their houses different colors. So it's really bright colors like yellow, orange, pink, green, blue, but just bright colors, So when you first come in, that's pretty much exactly what my mom and my older sister idea when it comes to the decoration was to, when you go in, like if you go to Puerto Rico and then you come to the restaurant, you're like, you are not lying. It's literally just like it. And then the music and, just the decoration, it just brings you to Puerto Rico pretty much. So everybody, as soon as they come in, they're like, oh my God, like
after that green wall, they say, oh my goodness, a new place here. They don't imagine about that.
And the food, it's even better. Like, I am kind of blessed, that I grew up having this food at home.
She's my daughter.
I don't cook that good, but oh my God, like.
No one cooks this good.
No one. There was someone actually not long ago asking grandma, like, oh, does she got the food from you, like the recipe or whatever? And grandma's like, oh, no. So I started laughing. Grandma's like, don't laugh. You don't cook either. Only mom.
Okay, so you didn't get that from your mom. Where did your love for cooking and your ability to cook come from?
Look at my grandma and my auntie. In my family, it's not the old people say, I don't have to recipe it. Just watch me and learn. And that's what I do in that time. My grandma died around 70 years ago, and I grew up with her and my auntie the most of the time. And they love cook. My grandma have a lechonera in Puerto Rico. It's like a chinchorro, and they roast the pork every day for the people.
Or like on like a bar type of thing,
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God, yeah, well, with that, it was really good. She will make I remember she will make the rice outside also as well, on the
Hurrdat.
I don't know. I say that in English.
That's all right.
Yeah. It's something you put in outside.
It's like a grill outside pretty much, But they would do it like in 2 blocks, and then they put something over it. I don't know. And then what is those black things called? That you would Yeah, the carbon, but I don't know if it's so like when you grill, you put those little bread,
Mm-hmm.
whatever you call
Like charcoal.
it. Yeah,
sure.
so they put those, and then oh my god, it was just really good. The rice obviously tasted different than when you make it on the stove, but it was just really good.
And my grandma loved to make too much food because she say all the time, you don't know if somebody came to visit you, you always be ready for bring to them food. And that happened when the people came to the restaurant and say, that's too much. Okay, but it's okay. You have for leftover for tomorrow. And I'm happy for that.
I imagine that's what most people said. I mean, the portions are big, but especially with that tripletta sandwich, which I want to get into later. But
You haven't had it?
my dad had it when we came in.
So you seen that it was huge.
Yes, my dad like prides himself on never taking food home. I mean, I can't. Maybe I can count like 4 or 5 times in my life that I've seen him get a doggy bag. He ate half of it.
Really?
And then tapped out. No.
You know what's funny? Mom used to make them, and when I tell you, they're probably as big as these microphones. And I would say, like, that was the size. And these,
Legit.
yeah, this one now, it's huge. And, like, I used to love ordering it. And even when I used to work at Bank of the West by then, and everybody will order it, nobody will finish it. And I'm like, okay, I'm telling you, it wasn't that big. So I will finish the whole thing. They're like, what? How can you eat that much? But this one, no.
That one.
No, it's huge. It's huge.
Well, we're only like 5 minutes into this conversation, but there's something that I absolutely love in that we've talked about so many memories so far about, Miny, you talking about growing up eating this stuff and remembering that spit, and Elie talking about cooking with your auntie and your grandma. Like, I think we're getting a sense even early on why this food is so good, because it's tied to memories and it's a part of you. You're not cooking a recipe out of a book. You're cooking something that you grew up watching and then cooking yourself, and it is a part of, like, and that sounds cliche to say, but it is a part of you, right?
Few weeks ago, there's like the whole family was there. They visited me for first time. They was in Puerto Rico long time, around 13 years, what she say. And she say right away, you just remember my grandma. And that's make me happy because, like you say, I don't cook with recipe. I just cook with my love, with too much love, because sometimes I say to the people in the kitchen, okay, let's try this. Okay, are you sure? Yeah, let's go try it. No, it's okay. Everybody try. You like it? Okay, let's go. And that's it. I love to make a plate, to take time to the plate, the decoration, the feel. I think if my kids go to my restaurant and don't feel like my mom food, I'm not doing my goal. Well, when she go, she say, and she always try. Always.
Always. When mom is cooking something or trying or like making something, a new dish or whatever, I'm like, you will not put that food out there unless I try. Like, I have to try it. I have to make sure it's good, and then you can put it out there.
That's how we try to bring the in any plate that people can remind something from our island, from Puerto Rico, for you when you were the chef.
When you were a kid, in your childhood.
Yeah.
And you remember all that in just one plate. It's awesome for me.
Is that because the restaurant industry is extremely difficult? It's long hours. It's not a lot of money. It's dealing with sometimes great customers, sometimes not so great customers. It's dealing with bills, with leasing, with landlords. There's a lot of frustrations that come along with it. But is it those moments where you get a chance to take somebody back, or you get a chance to introduce somebody like me who's never had it before to something new, and you get those comments? Is that what makes it all worth it, and what brings you back into the restaurant the next day?
I feel good. I feel like, oh my God, I did it today. I don't know you guys go to did it tomorrow, but I did it today. And I feel so good when you was there, because nobody in my house know you. Nobody in the restaurant know you. I never saw you before. When I trade you like I trade everybody. Go to the restaurant. After that, I was running late for a radio station because I have an interview in the radio station that day. When I park in the parking lot, I received all the text in the phone. I say, oh my goodness, what? This guy was in the restaurant right now. I'm with him.
I don't know that.
I call my mom. Mom, that that guy is here because something happened. I don't know because I don't read nothing before. And she say, yes, he's here. So, okay, I need to stop. Oh my goodness, yes, that's it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, that first post that I made about Ellie's and the subsequent ones kind of blew up, but that's because your food is so beautiful. Like, it looks fantastic. You just see a picture of, one of those split open empanadas or a giant, goblet full of mofongo and fried pork on top, and you're just like, yes, I want that. I don't even necessarily know what it is yet. I haven't seen a menu description. I just want to stick my hand in there and eat it.
Sometimes I see the reaction of people when I'm serving, and they come in there, they don't know, but there's other people already sitting down, and then when I take the plates, they're like, oh my God, look at that. And I'm like, it is great, and it smells so good. So sometimes people be walking by and they're like, where's that smell come from, So it's really good. It's really good.
I know that feeling very well. Even last time I was in and I was like having a great meal, and a server walked by with like a whole fried fish.
Oh yeah.
And I was just like, I want that too. Can I order second lunch? Is that okay?
I haven't had the fish yet. I'm kind of jealous because every time I come with my oldest daughter, my mom is like, oh, you want a fish? I'm like, why don't you offer me the fish, And if I ask, you're probably like, no, you're not going to have it. But
another place is good to see when it's going to the table is the pork chop can. Because it's so big like that. The Chinese, it's a pork chop with the ribs, and it's so big like that, and it's spread the plate too, and it's crunchy.
I mean, like, how many ounces are we talking here?
Girl, but ¿cuántas onzas tiene esa chuleta?
It's around 1 or 2 pounds.
Woo! Okay.
When I tell you that thing is huge, it's huge. I don't want to say it's this big, but oh my God, it's pretty big, pretty big.
So one thing definitely noted coming into Ellie's, you will not be leaving hungry. You might be leaving with leftovers. You will not be leaving with stomach space.
No. And if you do, then you know what? It's time for you to go, yeah.
Going back a couple minutes, I so love what you brought up, Miny, when you're talking about the decoration of the restaurant and what that represents, because as someone who doesn't have that background, I mean, I look at those walls and I just see they're so brightly colored, and I'm like, this place is fun. Yes. Like, it's alive, it's vibrant, but to know the history behind it, like, that brings even more meaning to it. I think that's super cool that you guys did that.
With the hurricane, Puerto Rico struggled a lot after that, especially because, I mean, I'm sure everybody's seen it in the news. There was a lot of controversy when it comes to, like, the government handling the help that they got, especially from the United States. So a lot of people, I remember, it gave me goosebumps just to talk about it, because I remember seeing videos of people writing on the streets like SOS, like, we need water, we need food, and those are people that, let's say, you can actually see, because people that actually live in the mountains, like, I remember when we live up there, like, there was days that we didn't have lights, there was days that we didn't have water, we had to go to a river and a little waterfall, and that was a struggle, but we eventually, thank God, made it where we are right now. But the people that couldn't, it just sucked for them, and when they start getting back on their feet, because that's one thing I can really tell you about Puerto Rico, and we are we exactly, like, they never quit. We never quit, and we could struggle, but struggle we know is always temporary, and they did that. They got back on their feet, and everybody started helping each other, painting the walls and in the streets. Like, when you go down the street, you see the houses and everything just painted like that, and it was
different towns. All the towns. After that, we need talking about the hurricane and everything. They painting all the houses and the whole street in different colors, and they in different city they paint the chair we have in the front of my restaurant, and that's a proud for them, because we did it one more time. They stand up after the hurricane. And for me, it's so proud to put that chair in the front, because we are here in Nebraska, but our heart, our family is over there. We try to do the best we can to bring that moment to them too.
That's really cool. I was wondering about the meaning of the chair, so I got my answer.
And it's really crazy, because I remember a few years ago, Mom went to Florida with their family or whatever, and my oldest daughter, my oldest daughter sent me a picture on a chair about looking almost like that, and this guy, Carlos' mom, told him like, oh, I kind of want a chair like that, and I'm sure mom was like, okay, I know he can make it, but we did not know it was going to turn out that good. And it's everybody that goes into the restaurant, either before or after, they got to take a picture. Yeah, and it's really good. It's really good, So.
Another thing that I think makes diners feel welcome immediately, even if they're visiting for the first time and barely know anything about the menu, is you come out and touch every table. I've witnessed it, and I've heard from other people from secondhand accounts that say, yep, she comes out every table. You'll come out and say hi. You'll say, hey, is there anything on the menu that I can explain to you? Any recommendations I can make? And then if you're not too busy, you usually come out later in the meal too and say, hey, how is everything? How does it taste? Is there anything we can improve? Anything like that. That's incredible customer service, especially during really busy times. I imagine there's all kinds of stuff going on in the kitchen, but you come out and everything looks totally calm. Why is that such an important part of the Elie's Chinchorro experience to you?
For me, so important because Chinchorro means a family business in Puerto Rico. A small family business in Puerto Rico, and the whole family attend all the customer. Like you can see in Puerto Rico, the Chinchorro, the grandma in the back in the kitchen, the son is the bartender, the daughter-in-law is the server, the grandkids running, the whole family can dancing, can drink, can eat, can play dominoes outside, and enjoy everybody. And for me, it's so important because it's me, it's my family, it's part of me. Be grateful with the people because they don't know that most of the people, they never eat Puerto Rican food, and they take their time in their life to just risk her life to prove to taste something they never tried. And for me, it's so important to be grateful with the people, and I love that. I love that to try to, when the people come back for a second time, I say, hi, how you doing? I remember you. Yes, we are here 2 weeks ago. I say, oh my gosh, I did it because sometimes I confused. But I love it. I love to be grateful with everybody go over there. Take care of them because they are, for me, they are not just the numbers. For me, they are customer. We are here. We're still here because they.
Mm-hmm. Now we talked some about how cool of a moment it is for you when someone has been to Puerto Rico or they're from Puerto Rico and they come into your restaurant and they're like, this is it. Like this is that food, or this is as close as I've had. But then there's a whole swath of people, probably more so, that were like me, coming in for the first time, had never had it, didn't really have any idea what to expect, and it was like, this is my gateway to Puerto Rican food. If I have a great experience here, I'm gonna want this for the rest of my life. Right. If I don't, I'm gonna be like, I don't know if I like Puerto Rican food. Right. But given every response that I've gotten, most people are on the I love this, I'm dedicated to it side. Like, how meaningful is that to you guys? That something that is so important to you, something that's a part of you, like we talked about, you're the ones that's introducing so many people in Omaha to it for the first time. Like, if it weren't for you, I would not have eaten this food that's special to you. Like, how meaningful is that?
Well, we gotta be great. I tell you, when we first got here, we got here 2009, right?
8 or 9.
I think mom was here before us, and then we stayed with grandma for a little bit in North Carolina until we were able to come here, And mom never thought she was gonna end up cooking, I'm sure,
No, as the people say that you get the idea from Puerto Rico. No. I never came to Nebraska thinking I'm going to cook just in my house. But the situation in the life is I go through to this way because in that moment I lose my job here. I take 5 surgeries in my hands and I can't work, nothing, lose my job and everything. I have 2 of my kids. I have 4 kids. I have 2 of my kids get a scholarship in Kansas. And they say, Mom, we have a problem. We get the scholarship, but the thing is, we apply for the food stand, and the food stand say we need to take a job. But the college say we can't take a job because we need to practice. And I say, okay, I need to do something. And that was everything started in that moment because I say I need to do something for my kids. I'm here. I start to making food illegal from my house.
We can say that now because we're past that point. Yes.
Exactly.
You did.
And delivery. Sometimes I make 30 plates. I just sell 5 or 10 plates. On the next few weeks, I sold out all the delivery. I was making the food, making the delivery, come back to clean everything, and come back to the store to...
That was the deal. But they didn't get it by then. You're not getting that deal. Like,
No.
It was like a full plate. When I tell you, I'm sorry. It was a full plate. So you'll get like your main dish, let's say like rice or whatever, and then your meat, and then you'll get your salad, and then you will get your drink, okay? And it was over like $10-12 maybe. Yeah, and it was sold out like this. Like, it was so good.
And the people, I know that the people don't know who are me or what I do, but at the start they try them because that moment I don't sell my plates. I bring to the people free. And that way the people start to try something new. And after that, they call me for catering, they call me for different events and the business. Well, I say, when I came here for first time, I was going to the downtown and the bricks in the floor, that look like old San Juan in Puerto Rico. I say, that the only thing they need here in Nebraska is a Puerto Rican restaurant. Well, I never know was me in that moment, okay? And now I say, oh my goodness, thank you God for that, because I know, just God bring me sometimes we think, my goodness, why I need to pass for 2 hours?
Why to go through all of this and struggle and this and that?
And now I say, okay, thank you God, because you learn me, you teach me everything, I learn, and we are here.
Yeah. You had a quote that I want to read in another article I found. You said, "On this road, one sheds tears. I remember the words of my grandfather telling me to do what I'm passionate about and do so well. So I decided to do what I do best, and that's cook." So your first Instagram post is from 2014. Is that when you started this venture?
Mm-hmm.
So we're talking, you're almost 10 years into this now. So like, I'm trying to figure out what this looks like exactly in my head. Like, when you decide I'm going to just start cooking and selling out of my home, like, how do you get the word out to people? Was it first just friends and family? Was it, I know you mentioned you gave some meals away for free, but like, how do you get this business off the ground so people understand that, whoa, there's something really cool going on here?
The first time when I can start to sell the place and everything, I received the help with the father of one of my granddaughters. He is a barber, and the owner of the building, the another beautician, she helped me a lot because she tried my food and she said, "Oh my God, Elie, you better need to make a restaurant someday too." And she believed in me, and she spread
She's got the words, more people, absolutely.
And because her too, one day I received the invitation for Dandelion pop-ups, and that one opened the door so much for me. Yes, because the people, it's not just the Puerto Rican people, it's another person who never tried Puerto Rican food, but they want to try something new and everything. And for that days, I was rented the place just Saturdays, one Saturday in the month, and I bring live music, different plates, and the people dancing in the middle of the downtown over there, and that make happy the people.
Even if they were not buying food, like they would just sit there and start dancing, and it was great.
I think we bring a little bit the people thinking we are happy. We are happy, and just, come here and just be happy for a few hours, few minutes, take it out, everything what you have in your minds, and enjoy the day, the food, the ambience in the restaurant, the drinks and everything.
You mentioned your barber was telling you like you need to open a restaurant, and this was back near the beginning. At what point did actually opening a restaurant enter your mind, or at the beginning was it just like I need an income, I need some money, I'm just gonna figure this out as I go? Like, what was the long-term plan? Did you plan on having a restaurant?
No, I say, and sometimes I say, okay, let's go to try rent a kitchen. I try it to rent a kitchen 3 or 4 times, but that not works. That not work for me. I say, okay, partners come, oh, we can do a partners and we can make a big restaurant, and so something happen in the middle, and that's not work for me. I say, the last time I say, okay, if you want you want me have a restaurant, bring me just for me, not for nobody, no partner, nobody, just me, my everything what I have in my mind. But I was frustrated in the road. I was frustrated. I was crying. I say, okay, I don't want to make more place. I don't want, because sometimes everything is stopping in your life and you don't know what is the real thing. And I say, okay, let's stop. And one day I go to my family with my mom. I tried to bring my mom here, and I received a phone call, and somebody called me and say, "You're not looking for a place. I have a place for you, but no, it's not that one. It's another one. It's 9. It was close to the Common Street, close to the airport, and I rented that place, and they don't bring me the place for 2 years." And I say, "God, what's going on?" I say, "Okay." And the singer, the beautician, Benita, she called me, "Hey, this place is sole mio, is rented right now." I say, "Okay, no, that's too much for me. That rent is going to be so expensive," because I was thinking the big one. Mm-hmm. And she said, "No, you need to go because ASAP, because they have the other one is small, and you go over there, Elie." The same day I called the lady, I go up with my mom. We signed the papers in 2 or 3 days. I say, bingo, voila.
Even mom, we actually went to Les Solemio a few times, and she met mom down there, and they were great. Like, they were great. They kept coming to the table, checking on them, how the plates were, and we didn't even know they were close to retirement. We got to closing and all of that, yeah.
And we got to be there.
Miny, what was this whole experience like for you, especially like looking back now at just how beautiful this restaurant is and how built out it is, and all these people are enjoying this food, going back almost 10 years ago to your mom's just cooking food in your kitchen and driving it out herself to whoever's buying it. Like, can you even comprehend that?
I can even believe. I mean, I do believe it because I know mom. She always accomplished everything she sets her mind to. But I can't believe how far she has gone. Like, and it's all on her own. Like, yeah, she got 4 kids and almost 10 grandkids, but she's done everything others by herself, And mom always used to say, like, I don't expect you guys to do a lot or whatever. Like, this is my dream, not you guys, And sometimes I used to run my ass all the time, like, oh my God, here we go again, because you don't get it, you don't get it unless it's your dream and it's you the one that wants it, But and sometimes I used to tell her, like, because it's normal sometimes to, like, you fantasize sometimes about something, before it even starts and how it could go and what you would do and stuff, that you sometimes even ruin it before it even begins instead of just letting it be, And I seen mom cry the tears all, like, I don't know, just because of frustration, of happiness and all of that. And seeing the fact that she actually have come this far and all on her own, it's just, I quit my job to come work for her. And I love it, And everybody's like, oh, how's working with your mom? Was my mom, she gonna yell at me? Like, she's not gonna yell at you like that, So, but I can take it, So, but I love her, and just seeing her happy and I have her dream come true is just, it's awesome. It makes me feel like I can do anything I want in my life, So, I'm proud of her.
I know we frustrate sometimes for too many things, but you are the first person in the interview who let me know, who looking everything and go back, and you say in the 12, the 14 and 10 years ago, I said, oh my goodness, you do your job.
I try.
And you remember everything right now. I was thinking, I'm so grateful with God, and I know the time in God is perfect. And now sometimes I talk to my grandkids and for my kids, say, now I know, because everything stopped and that nothing happened in that moment now.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, I do my research because I want to honor you guys. You guys are coming on the show. You're giving of your time, and I think it makes a better listening experience or a better watching experience for people if they're getting the full story. So I mean, we haven't even talked about serving out of the nightclub. There was a Valentine's Day dinner at Red Lion Lounge. There was all kinds of stuff there. Okay, that looks like a story right there. Tell me about that.
Oh my goodness! Someday, a friend of mine told me, "Hey, was a rehab nightclub.
Yes.
Elie, they have a small kitchen over there. Maybe if we can talk with him, he can rent it for you few days during the day because the nightclub just opened the night." And Tommy is so good. It's a perfect person, good person. And he said, "Yes, let's go." And we're making the Wepa party we're making over there, and that's so good. That moment I say, okay, we can do something good here. Yes. And the Red Lounge, Red Lion, Nick from the Dandelion, yes, he recommended to me for one day over there, and we make it Valentine's Day. I bring live music on Elio Perez. It was so good too. It's so loud.
Which it was perfect for Valentine's because it's called Red Lion Lounge for a reason. It's all red in there. It's literally all red. So imagine on Valentine's, and then it's lights. The lights are like, it's kind of dark. Not dark, you know what I'm saying? But it's all red. So
you got the neon red lights.
Yeah, and it was beautiful. And the plates were like all decorated, all nice. You get a wine bottle or something too, and you get to pick. You have to obviously make a reservation, but the reservation came with the actual, with a plate and then the wine or whatever. It was great. And then on top of that, obviously the bar's open. So after you drink whatever you got with the reservation, you can still drink. It was live music. The guy was singing. It was great. It was
dancing, enjoy time. Yes.
It was great.
I'm happy when I saw the people happy. That made me feel you did it, Elie. Mm-hmm. And after that, I don't know what happened after that. He knows.
He's giving time.
I want to talk a little bit more about the Dandelion pop-up because that was kind of the first time where Ellie's came on my radar because I actually went to this event with some friends last summer it was the Omaha Burger Battle. And one of the competitors there was a cook, and I was talking to him after the whole thing was over, Nick Jobert.
Yes, I know. I was looking at his name.
He's amazing. But I was talking to him, and I was like, yeah, what do you got going the rest of the day? And he's like, I'm getting out of here. I'm going down to Dandelion. There's some bomb Puerto Rican food happening. And I was just like, this guy's a cook. There's like hundreds of burgers all around him right now, and he's leaving this to go get the food somewhere else, to go pay for food somewhere else. That's something legit. So just kind of tell me a little bit more about what that Dandelion experience was like for you, and was it kind of like the launching point for you? Like clearly you had been on this progression, but you kind of talked about like that was where
boom.
Yes, that was the boom. Yes, tell me about it.
Yes, I'm so grateful with Nick because Nick opened the door for me so many times. And we start with that Dandelion not with Nick. Nick was in that moment associated with another girl, Christine, I think so. For her, we go over there. The first time was a Friday, and just for lunch. And was so good. Everything is so good and everything. But the thing is, I'm hungry for something else because I saw the place. It looked like a plaza in Puerto Rico, and the people can go in and stay on the family, and they don't have need to dress or something. Just go over there. And I called Nick, and he said, and I exposed to him everything what I have in my mind, and he said, let's go. He said, yes, but the thing is, I don't want Friday. I want Saturday. Oh, nobody asking about Saturday. Now let's go try. Okay, but I'm not make sure you go to make money. No, that's okay. I go to take my social media to make the promotion and everything. The line, and I was crazy so long. But it was so long, it would go damn near all the whole, that whole side of the block. And it was like, oh my God, people would just come in like, what are you guys selling? They would yell at us, what are you guys selling over there? That the line's so long. We're like, make the line, try it out. And it was crazy because I don't make it just one plate. I'm making around 6 or 7 different plates the same day, everybody.
And for people who haven't been to Dandelion, this is like the size of like a snack shack at like a little league baseball park. It is not a big kitchen at all. This is to make 6 or 7 dishes out of there. It is.
There's a stove over there. No, we got is a fryer. We got a warmer, big old warmer. And then we got a grill outside that mama always takes with her. And then we got a cooler where they keep the drinks, you know. And we got.
I bring my fryer, the big fryer, the restaurant fryer. I bring them.
Yeah, well,
and my kids was tired too because in that moment everybody have their own jobs and everything, the family and everything. But I call them, hey, everybody, I have a event this week. Everybody go over there. Yeah. You better go over there. And everybody needs to help me everything.
I will work at FedEx, and then I was FedEx ground, okay? So, you know, oh my God. And then I'll get out of FedEx maybe 2, 3 o'clock. I had to go over there with mom, you know? And then, so which one of my siblings was there early, either they will leave or they will still stay. But imagine working all day and then coming to help mom. And then at the end of the night, carrying, like, putting everything away. Picking up that grill, you put it on the back of the truck.
But the thing is, when we making the events, the Cinco de Mayo Festival and Papio Days, we are working around 1 week before because we need to make around pinchos, around 500, 700.
The pinchos are like the kebabs on the stick, or you know, this stuff. If you see those,
they need to. Well, we need to be ready for that event. You need to do it before. And the back and everything is a pain or everything. But, you know, now.
On Papillion days, actually, we didn't have very much stuff to sell other than the pinchos and I think fried stuff. When I tell you we were supposed to be there, because I think they go Thursday to Sunday. I think Saturday or Friday. Sold out.
Friday.
I think Friday we did. We sold out everything. Like, people will go and hit up mom on Facebook. They call, where you guys at? Like, mom's like, I sold out. Like, they're like, oh, you're not going to make more? And I was like, no. Like, I literally made enough to last me the whole weekend. And we sold out in 2 days. It was great. It was great. And mom paid for the tent to be there all weekend. But it was great. It was great.
It's like the first Cinco de Mayo festival we did. I was crying. And she said, Mom, stand up and go cook. And you later cry. Because I was worried about go to the Cinco de Mayo festival because everything was Mexican for me. I was thinking everything was Mexican, and I love Mexican food, the people and everything. But the thing is, I was thinking maybe they don't accept me or they don't. I have to
because it's different.
It's different.
It's not what
I'm so worried. I was so worried. But in that moment, I was cooking in the grill, and the front, and my bag is from the front, and my kids selling. I was still cooking and say, Mom, just look at. And the line, so
blue. So worried about it and crying. And when I'm telling you, the line was huge. So that
give me
huge. It gives me goosebumps just to talk about it, because just to remember, it was insane. I was like, Mom, you were so worried, and you know.
And the people say, I don't know what is the name. I just want the meat on the stick or la carne en el palito. Yo, okay, because they don't know the pinchos. But everybody go to see the pinchos this summer in my restaurant because that's como se dice, eso fue mi comienzo.
It was one of her, you know, the stuff that got her where she had, you know, in the beginning. So that helped her get on her feet. So
I want to bring something for that.
Yeah. We've talked a lot about just the struggles, the steps that you had to take. This was not a linear process where it was just like a rising star. There was a lot that you had to go through. And I know we've only skimmed the surface. We have not talked about a lot of it. But I want to go to what I imagine was probably very stressful, but also a very incredible moment. And that's your first day open. So you talk to the La Sole family, you get this space leased, you get it designed like the streets in Puerto Rico with the beautiful paintings. It's bright inside and everything. The door is open for the first time and Elie's is open. What do you guys remember most about that day?
Crazy. Crazy. Because everybody was, ¿cómo estaban perdidos?
Everybody was lost.
Everybody was lost.
Everybody knew what the role was and what they had to do. And obviously, you know, they done that before, but
the plate take it out around 45 minutes, and the people, most of the people wait night because they know it's the first day. I was trying to make the reservation, the soft opening, but it's not was a soft opening at all. Was crazy, but I'm grateful because it's so perfect. Everything gone that weekend, and I feel okay. I have a good response from people because the people was there in the soft opening. The most of the people know is not was my customers. It's a new people. I think I was thinking I'm nervous, I'm stressed, I'm sweating. Oh no, this was a crazy day, but it was the beginning. Now the place take 18, 15, 20 minutes in the range.
Mhm.
In the range.
It's that perfect, what you're looking for at a nice sit-down restaurant. And I should have noted before, that was in November of 2022 that you guys opened. So, I mean, we're talking, as of recording right now, you guys have still only been open like 6-7 months, and it feels like your processes are down really well. Like I said, I mean, if there's anything going on back in the kitchen, you can't tell out in the dining room. At least I haven't been able to. Are there any dishes on the menu that have surprised you with like how customers have taken to them? So like maybe you put it on there because you really liked it or something, but now it's become like a fan favorite and it's selling a lot better than you expected?
You know what? I think that people, because I'm Puerto Rican, but I think that people don't like too much the white rice and the beans. And sometimes I need to make 3 different pots the white rice because gone so fast. Say why? Yeah, I have too many options in the menu, and the people would like that. Most of the time, the white rice. It's a simple menu: white rice and beans. They ask me, "Oh, why your beans so good?" Because my sister, or somebody let it know them. I say because I never use canned beans because if my grandma was alive, she can kill me. Because no, you need to blend it.
Blend it, okay.
You need to blend it and
No, blend them, boil them and stuff. Blend it.
ablandarlo.
So she's soft to know how you say, like boil them maybe,
Yeah.
like a pressure cook.
Yeah, but we don't mash the beans. That's as simple for me. For the people don't, because you can find any place here in Nebraska. Any place can making to you the beans, the whole beans. And that's impressive.
Okay. We've gone almost 50 minutes and I haven't gotten a breakdown of the mofongo. I need to break that trend right now. So for anyone who has not had mofongo before, it's fried plantains that are mashed up with crunchy pork rinds, cilantro, and garlic sauce. Then they're paired with the meat of your choice and they're served this awesome chicken broth that, like I said, you told me to dunk the mofongo inside of it, and that was just a total game changer.
The way I do.
What makes this dish special to you guys?
For me, it's special because it's the traditional plate from Puerto Rico. You don't never go to find this plate in another place like a Puerto Rican style like that, because we serve the mofongo like a Puerto Rico with in Puerto Rico server like a wood mortar. We put for decoration, but that inspired because you can see anytime in Puerto Rico is the plantain leaf in the top of in the bottom of the mofongo. Most of the places in Puerto Rico, they put in the osterizer the plantain to do too much because they need to do maybe 20 or 40 plates in the right away. But we don't. We mash it any plate right away the order because
And like they do it with
yes, maybe I'm going to be Moscow. Moscow, and all the person who working with me in the kitchen, everybody mash the mofongo, everybody. And for me, it's so special because everything in that plate is traditional. We making the chicken broth every single day. And for me, so is the sauce we're making every week. And everything is, the most of we can is handmade.
I had someone not long ago actually talk about it, and they were like, because they didn't know, okay, normally when you go to a restaurant, or I guess are used to going to a restaurant, you're used to waiting maybe 30 minutes for your food or so. And sometimes you you go to the restaurant hungry, don't expect your food to be out in 10 minutes, you know? Especially when it's fresh. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's made on the moment. So I had people complain, you know, or be upset because their wait is so long. But understand, like, we literally make everything on the spot for you. Like, when she tell you that she's mashing the plantains and the pork rinds together, like, we do all of that right there at the moment, you know, especially for your plate. Mom don't like, if you come with 3 people, she doesn't like to send you a plate so your plate won't get cold. No, she likes to do them all 3 at the same time. So can you imagine for 3 mofongos smashing them at the same time so they can pull at the same time? Like, the meat of it, like the pork chops and all that, they're fried right there at that moment, you know, so you can get it nice to your plate. So,
And yes, for me, it's so special. Everybody go to the restaurant and ask me, Elie, what you recommend there? I always say mofongo because that's just me.
It's so good. It's so good. And I feel like the messier, the better. So, you know, as you say, put it on with the sauce and the chicken broth or whatever, or just dip it on
The cracking, everything is the same. It's so good.
You bring up a great point, Miny. Like, if somebody wants their meal out in 10 minutes, go down the street to Olive Garden, or they're using prepackaged ingredients, they're using jarred stuff. This is real. This is being made in the moment. And yeah, maybe you have to wait a little bit longer. But when you taste it,
oh yeah,
it's
sweaty.
No question.
No question.
Last week, was a Saturday. Was a big table of 15. It's friends of my son. And they came from Kansas and say, I know they are 50 people, so 50 plates need to go outside right away in the same time because we can serve the half and half. And so I was, oh my goodness, we need to do something so fast, everybody do, so fast, everybody. And when they get the plate, Elie, come here, oh my goodness, that dessert all the time while we're waiting, I don't care, I can do that another day. Yeah, thank you.
It's really good. Honestly, Mom don't work today, but I might make her go home and make me some.
Am I making you hungry right now?
Yes, you are.
I'm making myself hungry.
Yes, you are. They try to like as soon as I come in the kitchen, I'm telling you, because they get there about 8 in the morning to start get everything ready. I don't get there until 10. But when I get there, especially the cook Willie, like he hosts more cooking back there. Oh my God, it's funny. He sees me, he's like, hurry up, hey buddy, go ahead, hide the pot. I was like, that is not okay.
And another point too, I like it in the restaurant is the most of the restaurant in Puerto Rico, because my auntie working in some restaurant in Puerto Rico, and they freeze the most of the steam. But right now, until now, I can say my empanada, the alcapurrias, nothing of that go by freeze. We're doing like tomorrow, we go to the restaurant early. We make everything, be ready for the week. And that's the taste so fresh to everybody. And for me, that's
great.
The perfect way.
And so I had a mofongo last time, and you gotta go again. Let me see what else I can tell you. The tripleta sandwich, if you think you can handle it because you're that good in it, you might not. It is literally that big. And it has the 3 meats inside of it, and it's lettuce, tomatoes. Like you gotta try the fries. What is it called? La papa frita con toda la carne. It's like tripleta fries.
Papa pleta.
It's papa pleta, but it's like it's like
just a tripleta without the bread, just the fries.
Oh my God!
Like in one plate.
None of these places out here, I gotta tell you, none of these places out here that sell these super fries cannot compare. Like I'm telling you, these fries are something else. Something else.
All right, we're running up against the clock here on time, but there's one last question that I have to ask you, because in multiple interviews that you've done previously, especially with TV stations, they ask you about the food, and you'll break it down a little bit. You'll talk about it, and then you say, and then you take a bite, and you get the boom.
That's my favorite word.
And I understand that, because I remember taking that first bite and just being like, I've never had anything like this before. My palate has no idea what to do, because not only is this food like expertly prepared, but it's just, this is outside of my realm of even knowing what it is.
Thank you.
So when you tell people that, like, get ready to experience the boom, what is the boom? What should they be preparing for when they come to Elie's for the first time?
The different flavors in their mouth. The different flavor, because a lot of people put different sauce in the food, and that that take it out the flavor of the food because you put a sauce or cheese or ketchup. My grandkids love to put ketchup in my food. Say,
Oh, mom hates it. Oh my gosh, she would not let you.
no. You want to put ketchup? Okay, just taste before in the right way, and then you put any sauce. And that's the reason I say you ready for the boom because all the flavor in your mouth is going to be so perfect for me. I want to bring them the same sensation what I have anytime when I eat my food because I don't like it. I don't go to sell my food, and a lot of people don't know about different flavors, but that's tasty something different to salt and pepper. Oh yeah, because it's not salt and pepper. They have oregano, they have garlic, they have cilantro, they have adobo, they have too many sofrito. That's something we the Puerto Rican people we make it for any place, and it's two different flavors. When you mix all the flavors in a one, ¿cómo se dice? Bite, you go to have your boom.
It's great, and honestly, that's not even. There's so much stuff that are not in the menu that are coming, especially when seasons like Christmas or whatever, holidays coming. Like, you guys are not ready.
I'm not ready, but I want to be ready.
Mama, it's just watery on me. I'm just thinking about it. So we're gonna have to see you there again. So, and that's for the coquito shot. Es que gonna get a coquito shot. Mom makes it.
To get a coquito. It's a liquor we making in Puerto Rico, especially for Christmas. But in the restaurant we have for sale for any time, and it's so good. Great. It's the base is coconut.
Okay.
It's like this kind of similar to like eggnog or something like that.
Okay.
But
not normally a big eggnog fan, but if anyone's going to sell me something similar to eggnog, I think it would be you.
And I'm not either, honestly, but I'm telling you, I will just one shot. Like if mom makes coquito, I have to try it. I have to try it. If
Don't have egg, that's okay.
it doesn't have egg, yeah, she's kind of like eggnog, right? It doesn't make sense. Oh, you just gotta try it so you know. Yes.
I feel like that's just kind of how everything is at Ellie's. You just have to try it so you know, because you do experience that boom. And listeners, this is that time where I tell you, you got to come into this place. Like, definitely, if you're not super adventurous, come and get some empanadas. Like, these are the best empanadas I've ever had. They're crispy. I mean, like, I remember biting into it. Like, I feel like someone across the room could have heard me bite it. It's so crispy. But get the mofongo, get the tripleta sandwich, get the giant fried fish, get anything you want on the menu. I guarantee it's going to be made fresh. It's going to be full of flavor, and you get to see Elie, and maybe Miny too, if you're lucky. So, you guys, thank you so much for coming on the show, for giving me the time today. I seriously appreciate it so much.
Invitation, and we hope to see you. I'm sure we're gonna see you again at the restaurant.
You will see me again at the restaurant. I'm already making plans with as we speak.
Yes. I don't know if you tried that.
I think your niece. I think I meet or your cousin or your niece.
Maybe a cousin. I don't know.
She came from Colorado.
Oh, yeah, Hannah.
She was in the restaurant.
Hey, I miss you, Hannah.
We're actually going to her wedding in a couple days.
Yeah, that's what she said. And she say because that I was going to the tables, and she always asking how you know about us, about me, and she say because my cousin, I saw the podcast of my cousin. I'm here. Oh, okay.
Well, I'm glad that she got a great meal. See, do you see, people? She remembers every customer. Do you think this person cares about food? She definitely cares.
She really does. And sometimes I have to be like, Mom, come to the kitchen. What are you doing? No, I'm still got to say hi to that table.
I need to do it.
It's so good because you cannot stop her. She got to do it before she even goes take care of back of the plates.
Okay, well, I need to let you guys go get some rest before service tomorrow, or maybe you need to go make more food for Miny. I don't know what's happening after
today.
Not today. But guys, thank you so much for coming. This was truly special. I had a great time. And Omaha, as always, thanks for eating with us.